I got y'all. Y'all riding. Go ahead.
Can I hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello, everyone. We're just giving people a few minutes to tune in. Adrian, did you share? So let me go on right now and do that. Let me see. So I'm going to share to a group. I wonder, is this how I do it? Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. Clear. I guess I shouldn't have it that loud, huh? Mickey, you've been having an attitude all day. Does she have to be that loud on the phone? Adrian, you done sharing it?
I shared it. I think I did.
You'll have to forgive me.
Yes, it's shared on my end.
What? This because you won't give me my 5-minute countdown.
I'm professional.
I needed a 5-minute countdown. That's all I asked for. You wouldn't give it to me.
No sense.
That intro. That's all I wanted.
Don't make no sense.
That's all I wanted was a
They
little.
don't take no 5 minutes to share like that.
Yes, it do.
I did my fair share. It took 30 seconds.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does.
No, it don't.
I mean, y'all forgetting some people if it don't take you a while to share. You're supposed to just share everywhere. All right, well, you know what? I ain't about to mess with y'all. I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. Hi, Satara Mama. Hi, Miss Kathy King. Hi, there got my sister Vicky watching. I see my mother's on here. Oh, hey, Tony. That's my brother. What he say? Hello, ladies. Y'all about to shake this whole thing up. Super friends. Ain't gonna like this. We had a new thing this week, Adrian, because it's been a lot of people that's like that we never seen like talk to each other, that then talk about each other, and we call them super friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's our joke though. Super friends. Who is that? Kenyon. Hey, Miss Wyntis. Hey. Super friends. Yeah. Why your phone so loud like that?
Mine is loud. You think it's loud?
Yeah, it was. Listen, y'all, we got a heck of a show. A heck of a show today for y'all. I got a special guest today. I'm honored to be sitting next to Mayor Dr. Karen and Dr. Rex Weaver's oldest child, Adrian.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
I was
since you gave me that wonderful entrance.
We call her AD. AD. You know what? Me and AD, we really click. We understand each other.
We do. You
know what? I think we try hard not to like each other too.
In the beginning?
Yeah, we did. We tried hard not to like each other. Now she be like, hey. I'll be like, hey, Adrian. Let me see. I got her like last week because it was my birthday. Like I was really amped up last week about my birthday, right? So Adrian's sitting at work and she's sitting there typing, and I walked up to the window and she looked up, right? And I said, it's my birthday tomorrow.
And only if you know where that came from would you think that's funny. But you got to know where it came from. That put me on the floor.
She was dying. Wait a minute. Tony said, is this Sasha or Malia? Oh, this definitely Sasha. This definitely Sasha. Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know. Malia. I don't know. Between you and Alana, I think Alana got a little Sasha and Malia. But I leave Sasha. Yeah, she's Sasha. This Sasha. This is Sasha. Hey, Christine Brown. That's Snapper. That's my sister. And Miss Toe, that's my sister too. Yes, bring back Mayor Weaver. That's what we saying. That's what we trying to do. Bring back Mayor Weaver. So listen, jumping right into it. 2019, we're going back. Take your mind back.
Okay.
2019. And I got this out here like we sponsored today by Faith. Listen. How did you feel when your mama said she wanted to run for mayor again?
When she said she wanted to run again?
Yes.
I asked her, you serious? This is what you want to do again? Because after with everything and with everything that came with it, social media and everything, it was kind of like a relief to be able to just be on Facebook or any type of social media where it wasn't like I had to defend my mom, or I'm seeing this about her or seeing that about her. So it was kind of relief that I could be on social media, and then I just, kind of just ran with that. And now it's a difference between me back then being on social media with her running and now being on social media. Because back then she always told me I'm not paying attention to social media. I don't care what they say about that on there. She told me don't pay attention. Don't pay attention. I'm like, how you get back on Facebook? Right, she told me to log in on Facebook because I was definitely Instagram this, Instagram that. Then she was like, I need you on Facebook. And I'm like, Facebook? I don't even know how to use this. So she made me get back into it. And then it was just like, you told me to do this. Was in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, when she was like, get back into it. And I found myself arguing all the time. I'm like, Ma, I can't even focus at work because this is what's going on. My dad, I'll be at the office and my dad's like, I need you to, I don't care what you need right now. I'm arguing. It was crazy because at one point I argued with all the TMZ. I think I sat there for maybe 3 hours and did not move, plugged my phone in and was just going with all the TMZ. I was like, you know what? This time I'm not doing that, So not back then and now, it's just different. It's been different with everything.
It's a shift. I guess especially because the ones you was arguing with.
Well,
Hi.
I mean,
Look, how you doing? Hey, friend.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah,
Super
that
We super friends.
Nah, but
Who
it's
else on here? Hey, Miss Brenda Boy, how you doing? Miss Sonia, hey, how you
I see my
doing?
boy Alex Love is on here.
Hey, Alex. Shout out to Alex. But yeah, we did a lot of. It was bad back then.
Oh yeah,
and it's bad now. Now it seems like they done got worse because it's all these fake accounts.
So you don't know where
you
it's
don't know
coming
who you're
from.
talking
And,
to.
I mean, right. And you could be sitting up here next to somebody and you're like, dang, this could be, that
Right.
fake page.
Right.
It's just, it's different now, like you said, because there's so many fake pages, people that you see pages,
Right.
you're like, I ain't never seen
where
this
you
person.
come from? Right. And I've been
from?
out there fighting for 10
And
years.
you
And I'm like, I didn't see you in
See,
2019.
Exactly.
Ain't heard about you. Nothing.
And now you just a voice. And I'm
Right.
like, where did you come from? But yeah, so it's been a lot of that recently, So that's been the new thing. And that's part of the reason, because it's like, especially now with it being a lot of fake accounts and just, people where you're like, why am I arguing with this person that says they're from Midland? Like, why are you even talking to me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
So
Right.
not it helped me like tune different things out. Of course, sometimes I gotta go because I'm not gonna say anything.
Some things are gonna take you there, but like I was watching this reel the other night. It was Trina, and she was like, things like I just don't care about no more. Like if you're not adding value to my table, if you're not taking food off my table, putting food on my table, like you forever gonna talk about me, but I just don't care.
I'm not there to change your mind. I'm not gonna waste my time. I know what's true, what's not true, and you gonna run with it whether what I'm saying.
Whether I could tear a page out the Bible and read it to you. You still gonna tell me it came out the Bible. So it's like I just don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
And that's that's exactly what it's come to now, where it's been so like now it's better because I don't find myself where I'm like arguing with people all the time. It's like, okay, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here to tell you the job that we plan on doing, what we plan on continuing, and the things that we, you know what I'm saying, what we were doing. This is what we plan on doing. So that's all I'm here to do. Educate you on that. I'm not here to change your mind. If you don't have that, you know what I'm saying, mindset where you're like, well, I'm here to listen, and I know I might not be with her right now, but I'm open ears to change my mind.
Right.
I'm not here, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to educate you. That's it. I'm not here to argue with you about anything, make you think differently about anything, because you're going to think what you're going to think. Like you said, if I tore a page out the Bible and read it to you and told you this literally came from the Bible, you saw me, you don't believe, no, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
So
it's so some people, it's not even worth just trying to convince them. Let them be and
let them do their thing.
Tattle along. But we talk about that, and we talk about 2019 versus 2022 and the things that was out on not only social media, we're talking about the regular media too.
There's a difference between that too now.
If things like the stuff that's going on now, especially with the lie about the degree. Again, it's not about the degree because people could care less if you got a degree or not.
But
it's the lie. It's a lie. That is a career ending subject, like open and shut, closed subject in most cases. Like if you are an attorney and you lie about passing your bar, or a physician that lies about their credentials, that's what career that is ending. Because you're a politician. That is career ending.
Exactly.
And the media here has this shoved that to the side. Because they I believe they feel like, oh, so what, it's just fun. But what I'm saying is, let that have been 2019.
That's what I was gonna say, because like, you say that, so that's what they say now, like, so what, it's just Flint. But the thing is, so what, it was just Flint back then too. And anything that happened or anything that was negative, they shined light on the most. I mean, if newspaper was still out, I guarantee she would have been the front page of the newspaper saying Flint mayor, this, and that.
No degree.
Yeah, it would have,
Right,
you know what
right.
I'm saying? So it would have been anything. Because I mean, if she
PhD.
sneezed when they told her to cough, they reported something like that and saying, well, we told her, we wanted her to sneeze or cough and she sneezed instead. So now, that it's just the news now versus back then is like they just let people do whatever. Now it doesn't even matter. Unless it's something negative in the community, they're not gonna shine light up to it. Because you hear about the killings, you hear about different things like that go down in the community, unless they want to hide it. Right. Because there are things that have been, and if the right people are involved, they're gonna hide that.
Oh, but, Cheers Market is back open.
Exactly, and nobody's talking about that.
Oh, I thought High Councilwoman Tanya Burns, I see you on there. That wasn't no shot to you, but that was a shot to because they did a whole press conference
on that.
Right up about we closed Cheers Market. Well, what's they selling now?
It's open. I know they're not living off just selling cigarettes and juice.
Singles.
That's it. Oh yeah, because they did say they were selling singles.
Right, singles. So yeah. So no, that's not it. So I mean, it's just so much, and then I remember somebody back in 2019. I'm not gonna say who that somebody was. Excuse me. And they had like leaked a picture of that little man that carried all them guns that happened to be the police chief that would have put that sign back up that he was kind of fixing that Weaver sign
during a Sunday, and they said that he's doing this he's doing campaign work on the clock. Yeah, and he was Sunday after church and he was in his okay.
Yeah, so somebody had leaked that. That made the news.
It did.
They interviewed me. I mean, they interviewed that person downtown and everything.
No, it did. That definitely made the news.
That made the news for like 2, 3, 4 days.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Oh, so y'all basically saying he got connections then?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm saying that it appearances allegedly. Appearances looks like that it may be connections because, well, we know that he said he was an engineer from TV12.
He did.
And they're the ones who not putting it out by them lying, right?
TV12, ain't nobody put that story.
Major.
He worked for 12 and he negotiated their last contract.
Oh, with 12 ain't
so he got like
5. He cool with 5 too?
I mean, it's the media. All the media is hooked together and everything is hooked. Yes. And everything is hooked on advertisements, endorsements. That's how they
around the time when that happened. I was going to say, around the time when that happened, I did my first 810 day. And I was trying to reach out to different news news people and everything to try to get the word out there because I did it in a flat lot.
Right.
Nobody would cover it. I was like,
that's crazy.
I'm doing something free for the community and nobody can come out here and cover it. We had East Magazine?
East Village
magazine.
Tom Travis, he tried to be everywhere.
Where they reached back out to me. And the only thing somebody had told me about them late. So when I reached out to them, it was just kind of too late. It was last minute for them. Okay. But the ones who responded to me, they were the only ones who responded to me.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, dang, I've reached out. We reached out to MLive. We reached out, different news stations, and nobody responded to it. And then, that we couldn't get that, but you can get somebody putting up a sign or fixing a sign on a Sunday. I'm like, dang, I'm doing something for the community. This is okay.
You can see you see that shift. You know what I'm talking about? Like I said, it's like we live in Beverly Hills, Michigan. We don't hear nothing about no crime, no nothing. I barely heard about the police chase that the guy got killed in last weekend.
Oh, yeah, last weekend.
they said it was something over there on the east side where they had all the streets and stuff blocked off, but we haven't heard anything about that. So it's like we don't know what's going on.
And that stuff is being swept under the rug.
Yeah, right? It is being swept under the rug.
So we don't look that bad.
But okay. Again, like I said, let it have been Karen Weaver, but let it have been Karen Weaver in 2019 and let her have won that second term. Karen Weaver wouldn't have to worry about not meeting a deadline tomorrow because
it would have been done.
They're not gonna meet that deadline tomorrow.
Not at all.
That's the win funds or something that they're gonna have to pay back and get a loan or
probably come up with a lie though.
Yeah, it's gonna be something where
or a magical extension from the state, and Whitmer gonna come and
that
walk
sounds
across
like
the state.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, we got a magical extension because of COVID and all of this, and here it comes, and everything gonna be all happy. It's gonna be something because they've been real quiet about it.
Chris Caleb said, "What is y'all topics today?"
Chris Caleb, we talking about the lies that's been going on in Flint, Michigan, and how people are just sweeping things under the rug. That's the topic we talking about. We talking about all lies leading back to downtown. We talking about how the degree. No one wants to talk about that. That's one lie that they want to cover up. With a second, and we're saying like comparing it to 2019 when it was Weaver.
No, he said, hold up. He said, I said, no, what that is, he said, no, this is the NDRC. He ain't gonna make it to, NDRC. And he said the WIN funds is at the end of the year.
Okay, the WIN funds is the end of the year, but the NRDC, that's tomorrow. That's something that he's not gonna meet tomorrow. That's the change that I do believe art has to do with service lines. Correct me if I'm wrong. Service line, lead line replacement. Isn't that tomorrow? Art knows way more about that. But yeah, Chris, we touching on the lies, like all lies lead back downtown. And then I wanted to just like recap that with how Adrian felt about her mom being involved in all of this and what she knew was going on then and the lies that are going on now. But it was really, truth. If you understand what I'm saying, like the stuff that was lied about is the stuff that he's doing. And really it was the truth that the stuff that Karen was doing, because I'm hearing that it's not, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody from the city of Flint, and I'll get back on here next week and say, they gave me a list of stuff. But I am hearing from employees downtown that there is not one project that Neely has came up with himself that he started and finished since he's been in office. Everything that he's finished has something to do with your mom from the previous administration. But still, like the getting the money in from the opioid crisis that had to do with your mom, doing the lawsuit. But still, we don't have a plan for the opioid crisis, and that money is just sitting there.
Yeah, and the levels of overdoses and everything that's been going on around here, because we talked about it the other day. Things just aren't things need to be put in place because, like I said, we talked about on Fenton Road, they had something at this motel right here,
right.
And it's just, I was on the phone with one of my friends, and I was telling her, I'm like, it's just crazy how it's almost somebody on every corner where you're like, dang,
right,
they're or walking out, walking downtown, and you're like, they're off of something. Like, and it's just like, it's everywhere now. It's not just when you pull up to scary, gas stations at night where you like, don't mess with them, don't go over there. You know what I'm saying? But it's just everywhere now. And like nothing, it seems like nothing has been done. And you saying we are getting money to, do different things about this. And it's like, well, what has been put in place?
Right.
you know.
Right.
So
And it's not, I don't see anything that's been put in place, but it was sure was a big announcement about,
that's something.
hey, we got the money, but after that,
what's
it's
happening?
like, oh, let's sit that over there.
Yeah.
And but Chris, I seen your this question. Who started the 475 project? And that was one of my things that I had that bothered me after being on the Nearly campaign, because we were at a meeting, and I know people that tune in to Art has heard Art say this. We was at our last campaign meeting over on Davidson Road at whatever that Latinas or whatever that place is over there. And he said that the first thing that he was going to do when he got back in office was give back that raise. Remember, he used to talk about that raise that your mama got forever in 15 days. He ain't gave that raise back yet. He said, Art was like, look, I don't care what you do. I just want to make sure that you take care of this water, or I'm coming after you. Or he was like, oh, Art, I'm going to do the water, blah, blah, blah. And so he was naming these things that he was going to do. But then when he got in there, real quick, 475 project begun. The Hilton, they started working on the Hilton. We was sitting there like, and I called Art. I was like, Art, did I miss a meeting? Did he say anything about this? Because it happened too fast. And we know that things have to go through zoning and all kind of approvals and everything for that 475 project, that Hilton downtown, and they said they're trying to build another hotel too. Downtown. They said where the county administration building is, they supposed to be tearing that down and building another hotel, and the county administration was gonna move down the street. They was trying to buy the Drive building or something, either across the street from that. But it's just so much shakeup going on. So that's where I you know what? It was some backdoor meetings going on, Chris. That's what I'm gonna say about that 475 project. But then we're talking about the college town. If you hear about U of M is thinking about pulling out from Flint.
Really?
Yes. They said it was on the decline. Like the enrollment is just on the decline, and it's like articles out there where they've had meetings, and they said that of course they was going to try to include the Flint community, but they said it's like just financially unstable here in Flint.
Wow. If we lose something like that, that could be a major hit. Because Kettering is doing their thing.
Right. Absolutely.
As you can see, Kettering is definitely doing their thing. But if U of M pulls out, that's a big thing. Think about, I've always wondered how they're filling these dorms and different things like that. But if they pull out, that's going to be a hit to that college town in the come up of it.
But they're not talking about things like that. They're not talking about the shops on the Dryden, all of those had to close. The Dryden building is for sale. The White Horse downtown is closing. It's for sale for sure. For sale. It was some glassware company that had made glasses out of the recyclable bottles or something. I think it was Glassware was the name of the company. They closed. So it's a lot of, and isn't it supposed to be the last year for the law? I remember Rodney doing a post. I don't know.
Okay, Rodney did talk about that. I'm not sure if he's made up his mind or not. I haven't seen anything or heard anything. Hopefully he hasn't made up his mind yet, because we still need to lock downtown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he has mentioned it. It has been thought about. I know he likes his vacations and his palm, his beaches and everything. So he has talked about it. I don't know if he's made that decision yet with him and Jess. I'm not sure. But shoot, they need to be, putting everything, to me, just to keep downtown flowing like a downtown should be, because it's no reason that we should be going downtown on a Friday or Saturday and there's nothing going on. It's kind of crazy to me that on Sunday you hear all these cities that have like Sunday Fun Day. You have brunches and different things to do downtown.
When you talk about Sunday Fun Day, I remember, I don't say government names on Facebook, but mention Shari. He'd be doing the sliding and stuff with his charger. Him and one of his friends had talked to the mayor and the police chief about opening up something like they got in Detroit called the Pit.
Yeah, where they do the races.
Where they do the races and the sliding and all of that. And he was like, we want something to do in Flint. Therefore, we won't keep sliding around and racing up and down your streets. I mean, and they asking the mayor. So it's not like these young people
don't want something. No, I know a few people who have said something about it too, and, just to give us something to do. And it's like they're being ignored or just, pushed to the side with different ideas like that. If it doesn't come from the right people, they don't listen to an idea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, yeah, that just goes along with the loft and different things that we need to put, I don't know what's the word, but we need to put, our something into them to keep them here and make them better and make people also want to come out. Like I said, it's crazy to me that on Sundays you can go downtown and there's nothing going on.
Not
I can count on one hand how many people are walking down the street. Right. You know what I'm saying?
It's getting cold. You can't keep doing them giving out hot dogs
and things like that. Like you have to put something out there that makes people want to come down. It's just, right. I mean, I don't see how business. I mean, Rodney, in my opinion, does really well. The loft goes crazy on the weekends. It's a nice vibe. Every day at the loft is a good vibe.
Right.
But that's the only thing, that has people coming down there. Then you have Soggy Bottom down the street. But I'm just trying to figure out how that's keeping, that's what drives people downtown. We need more than that.
Right. We sure do. We need a whole lot more than that.
The selling of raspberries and keeping it, and it's not even open right now.
That was just a weird move all in itself.
Very.
It's like that was the only, I think, African American that was left that owned something downtown. And it's gone.
Sick to my stomach.
I know it's just gone. It's gone. I never got a chance to frequent raspberries, but
oh, you missed the time.
I went in there once, but I don't think it was to a party. Yeah, I didn't do a lot of partying and stuff.
Oh man, you missed a good time.
But still,
this is really nice.
Really?
Yes.
It looked like you had a lot of great times there.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking about the food, big girl eats.
Right.
So he was cooking there, boy. I would go in there just for the food sometimes. But I just didn't understand why they shut everything down. Then it was closing the flat lot, and I understood why, but I felt like there were different things that could be done to help keep it safe down there or to prevent different things from happening down there. I still think it could,
Well, they got Operation Arrowhead, and it was an article that came out a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago, that said Operation Arrowhead was expanding or something, and people were like, oh yeah, they're going to expand. That's because the residents were asking for it to expand. They want the same type of protection all over the city, like they protect downtown. But they asking for you to get proactive about it instead of waiting to, like that young man lost his life downtown, and then here we go with all kind of operations and volunteer sheriffs and everything else. But it's crazy. But do people we got a lot of our older people we're taking care of now, people my age, I just turned 46. How old are you, Adrian?
31.
You 31, so you still a baby. And so she's still a baby. But it's I'm taking care of my parents now, and you're moving into we're gonna be that voting majority.
Yeah.
And so when you're talking to your friends and stuff, and I know you have friends that are for Neely and friends that are for your mother. I've seen it, and I've seen you guys interact.
Yeah.
So, but are they being bamboozled 80%? I'm just throwing a number out of there. 80% of Flint is renters, and we get $97 million in ARPA funds, and he was dying to get this $300 passed. And shout out to Malcolm Banks. He did the best. He won the Facebook of the week. He was like, "Yeah, I got this $300 credit. Now my balance is only $17,000 and some change." I mean, but seriously, are people being fooled by that?
I mean, yeah, because a lot of people, if I wave $500 in your face and say, "Oh, this is for that," I'm gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? That's good enough for me. They don't think like just five. You know what I'm.
But they're not gonna even see this,
right? But this is the thing. But most people don't know that. If I sat here and told you, I'm gonna give you a $300 credit for putting you through this, and you're like, a lot of people don't care. Just give me the credit, and they take it as that. They like, just give me the credit. But they don't know it's just a credit.
Right, because they looking at because what they get caught up in the semantics. Person gonna say, well, you got $300 extra in your pocket.
Yeah.
Like, you know what groceries cost?
man.
See, that's what got me kind of threw off with the council people when you can hear them push that propaganda that all politicians say, well, there's going to be more money in your pocket.
And no, it's not, because this is a bill they wasn't even paying in the first place.
What if you got a house, you and your dog, I'll give you an example. Me and my girl, we got 4 kids.
Right.
What do you think our water bill going to be? You think it's going to be $100 or something?
No. You're going to have, 1 month is going to be almost $200. But I'm saying, like, people got bills. If they had a shut off and they were shutting off 1,200 people in 1 week, people not paying their water bill anyway.
Yeah.
So this $300 credit, and I still say it to this day, we may not see eye to eye on everything, but Jerry Winfrey Carter said, put this down as a payment towards the people's plan. And they was like, nope. And then they got up there, and it was so beautiful. They was like the Color Purple scene when Dennis Pfeiffer came riding in, and he said, and I wish that I could do more for the people. And Allie Roker, she turned around, me too, Dennis, I wish I could do more. And Quincy and Liddell all out there, we all wish we could do more. And then so when May said, I have an idea, let's give them more. Nope.
No, Quincy hollered. I ain't giving them no.
And Judy was like, nope. And I'm like, man, y'all got the worst wards. 1, 2, 3, and 4 is the people who would need this money the most.
Yeah.
And Mays was like, he said, well, since y'all wish so bad to help the people out some more, let's give them some more. Let's take that 300 and double it to 600. They was about no, we can't do that.
We didn't say all that.
But this is even more gangster. See what I don't say gang. This is even more to make you want to cry. What Councilwoman Tanya Burns from the 6th Ward said, over 60% of the ARPA budget is being spent on government projects.
Yeah. It is. And they said, you know what it kills me, because I done counseled and said, we're not going to approve any more money until all the ARPA applications and everything have came in, and we went over everything. What the hell is Ernst & Young here for? If when he just here to approve the mayor and the administration stuff?
Listen, I love when Judy, listen. I don't know if Trevor going to be on tomorrow, what I'm about to say.
Hey, tune in tomorrow, 12 noon for True Talk with Trevor and Wyntis.
Have you noticed with her? Even I'm gonna tell you. Have you noticed with the Fabulous Four? I'm gonna talk about.
I thought Fabulous. Okay, who does the Fabulous Four? Let's get
Judy
there.
Priestley, Allie Holcomb, Rhoda Eva Worthing, Dennis Pfeiffer. That's the Fabulous Four.
Okay.
Did you see all of them? I ain't gonna say them. Judy Priestley said she wasn't voting to spend no opera money, but she's spending.
Yeah, she said, I'm going to go ahead.
Have you noticed all of them been lying now? Have you noticed how they can lie?
I'm like Maze. I can tell who. I can look down the table and tell who voting for who. I can tell who get excited about running downstairs because they running up in the mayor's office.
And I believe him with that. I believe Judy.
I can see that.
I ain't gonna even go with Liddell Lewis and Quincy Murphy. They stand out on 475 to stand up for a life of Neely. Them two.
Ooh, which one?
Liddell Lewis and Quincy Murphy. They get hit by a semi. To cover his lies up, because that's how they coming down. but what I do, I know when Neely called Quincy down, and that he probably getting called more than anybody.
Oh, Quincy. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when he did that about the bid rigging.
Man, how you gonna bring up the bid rigging and say, I want to talk about the bid rigging and everything that's going on. But I just wanted to bring it up now, but I don't want to talk about it until after the election.
Right. Did she put her? Did you see the game she played? I don't even know why she on council. To be honest with you, I thought she'd be a change of voice.
Who?
I thought Judy would, because she was talking good, but
Judy.
She came with
somebody got the Judy.
Judy
somebody got the Judy. I was no doubt in my mind.
You're supposed to be down in the mayor's office, not when he lying. She was man.
Somebody that got the Judy then promised her something.
And did you see how they say that lady, the one that lied?
Man, listen.
They dropped that.
The purchasing director, she didn't roll around to all the dealerships and hand delivered the stuff. Now let's just say it was 2019 and your mama was up there and said Adrian went around and hand delivered all the RFPs. Kate Fields would have been calling for a public stoning out in the middle of Saginaw Street. No offense to Kate, because she's too much. But I'm just saying, they would have called for a public stoning. We got a purchasing director.
I don't think she would have did it because she was a Navy supporter. They got to save him. I don't think she would. I'm being honest. Kate wouldn't have done it. Not how they would have.
No, I said if it was Weaver. If it was Weaver, they would have had the FBI up here.
Kate would have been screaming from the mountaintop with it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm comparing like Judy to Kate. Like Judy was like sweeping it under the rug. Yeah. But let it have been Weaver in 2019, and she said Adrian drove around some stuff and dropped it off to the dealerships, and they found out it was a lot. Kate probably would have went to each dealership herself and was like, Weaver lied, Mayor Weaver lied. They would have been trying to have a vote to oust her on just because fire her and everybody that was associated with her. Yeah. She would have been gone.
Did you share this to my man Ron Feingold? Well, you can see this.
Ron Feingold.
Yeah, tag him in this too, because they need to see what reporting is about on the mayor. They're
not gonna report on the mayor. They're not gonna report nothing bad on the mayor right now. I'm telling you, I don't care who you send it to.
All the major news is reporting on this.
Yeah. On the major news is reporting on what?
On Neely lying about that degree. How he destroyed.
They ain't saying nothing about that degree. Oh, you talking about the major news, but the local news not saying nothing. The major news.
Yeah, local news ain't saying
they not saying nothing like that. That is a career ending subject. Open and close, shut case.
Yeah.
Stafford. You didn't have no staffers in 2014.
Well, the councilwoman, Tanya Burns, said several of the dealers' general managers stated they were never given the opportunity to bid, but would like to.
Right.
My question is, why would Quincy? See, that's people got to really look at that. Quincy,
everybody that said no.
All who voted on that voted no.
Yep.
Because they hired, but all of them should be brought up.
They should be.
They should. All of them should be recalled.
But who you gonna report it to? You don't have no ombudsman. She quit.
Yeah.
The Ethics and Accountability Board. 8 years later, they still learning what to do.
Yeah.
They've been getting told what to do. That's what they've been doing.
Anyway, who gonna investigate this stuff?
We are.
We're gonna investigate it.
We got to. We
got to be our own investigators.
We sure do.
That's a shame.
Yep, CNN, Fox, and the Daily Beast have been reporting the lie about the degree. The local news is very quiet about it. That lets you know how. But what it is, it's sad for them that they feel like Flint, the people, they don't care about the people. They feel like we can.
That's what it is.
We can do this to them, and it's all right. They ain't gonna care.
And that's what they saying. Like this Flint, like. Okay, the older people, they gonna believe what they want to believe, and people my age just ain't gonna vote, and people her age ain't gonna watch the news. So they they think they done won. But people are upset about this. People.
I'm bad because I'm reading the comments. I see when Councilwoman Tanya Burns said, when Quincy did the call for the question, I ain't never seen nobody hop up. They help that lady for she wouldn't have, because Eric only had 5 minutes about the bid. Quincy jumped, called for the court, I'm not gonna say. I think I heard somebody. I do believe Quincy might allegedly. I do believe that he either got a text or he got told to call for that question if they was going to come when Eric was questioning the lady about the bid. I believe it. I mean, I could be wrong. That's what I'm gonna say. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Yeah.
I believe if he wasn't text, he was called down, and this was pre-planned what to do.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like them councils, like the Liddell Lewis, cause this she talk about. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. She talk about giving all these parties, but the water not clean. She talk like the second ward. She talk like the second ward is Beverly Hills or something.
Like she said, when I asked her about that on Facebook, she said people want a feel good moment. They want to feel good when they come home. That's what she told me. I asked her about that. It was like
about what's going on.
Like people want to feel good. I guess, even though everything else is messed up, you want to feel good when you come home. You want your part to look nice.
Oh, okay. Well, I just got another question. Somebody keep harassing me in the chat.
Oh,
can someone tell me what the bid rigging have to do with the election? Illegal taxes should be brought out regardless of when it occurs. Well,
as even RL said, they're rigging the bid down there. They're rigging the bid, and y'all won't do anything to investigate it. And they just swept that under the rug.
Mm-hmm.
But again, they wanted to investigate everything that had to do about Weaver.
Yeah.
Everything Weaver had to be investigated. It was a kickback. It was something going on. She didn't. It was always something, but they don't want to even talk about the bid rigging. They don't even want to talk about it.
Because if they do, his ass he'll be going to jail. But
they let him get away with so many lies. Lear. He said he bought Lear here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, he did say.
And he said, we heard that when he said he bought Lear
here.
I
want to talk about that interview. I ain't gonna give him no shout out. Did you watch the interview?
Mm-mm.
They didn't ask nothing about him lying about having a degree. Now I'm trying to figure out. I remember when we interviewed your mother.
Mm-hmm.
We asked all the tough questions about about the stealing and everything. Mm-hmm.
She a singer. I mean,
but personally, I feel like that was pre-planned. They already went over the questions, what she could and couldn't ask.
Oh, you think bro man gonna do an interview and he don't have questions?
Absolutely not. Okay. He needs to know everything so he can.
I mean, because I'm just looking at it, but these are the time. Because I would have asked his wife why you didn't do no interviews during the state rep forums. Why you didn't do that? How did you? I would have asked her.
She didn't even fill out nothing. Not even for the Women League of Voters. She didn't fill nothing out.
They ain't gonna ask some type of question. Nope. I know we ain't nothing I do. He gonna come on any show.
It's almost like Flint will accept anything and let's just give it to him. They'll forget about it in a couple days.
Well, on his behalf, they do it with him because Flint wasn't accepting it. It wasn't accepting just
No, but it's like I feel like that's how come we keep getting the same thing happen over and over because we don't stand up about nothing. It's no way that we should be getting called ghetto on council and colored and assholes and stuff like that. That shouldn't happen. But again,
where your activists at? And now I seen them show up for the John Fleming, the Kiera Howe. Remember they was going crazy about that, which they should.
Right.
But they were selective picking when it came to the fire with the babies.
But see, if you talk about the fire, it would have hurt the administration.
Oh, so some of the activists ain't want to mess with that then.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay,
you don't want to see activists. It's all politicians too.
I get it.
It's just spelled differently.
Yeah.
I mean, they gonna select what they want to select. They gonna target who they want to target. We know the game, Mickey. I'm just upset that the other people just don't know.
No, because I was figuring it out. Now I get it. Because I even look at the pastors. I think Blake Schroeder, when he was like, what we going to do let me go back up, because he said, what we going to do after the election when it's over? Let me make sure I read
Tanya said she wasn't even able to ask one question. I know Tanya has some questions ready about that purchase.
Let that go down.
But see, if it would have been any one of us on our job, they would have.
You know who Blake Stroger is?
Blake, that's Pastor Stroger from the Tabernacle Baptist Church out of Saginaw, Michigan.
This is the question he had. It was early. I forgot to read it. Mm-hmm. He said, "Hey, sis, question for you guys. Where do we go from here to unify after the election?" What I type back in the tomb, got to start with truth, because that's the only way it can be. You can't keep going on lies.
You know what I suggested?
Based off truth. I don't want
It's
to deal
two
with
things.
you.
It's two things, and Mickey is not going to agree with me on one of the things. But the first thing is I'm going to say, because you are a pastor, myself, I'm not going to say that I'm all holier than thou. I just try to be better the next day than I was the previous day. So we should be able to look to our spiritual leaders and our faith leaders for guidance to get us going in the right direction. And I know the majority of them are supporting Mayor Dr. Karen Weaver for re-election for mayor on November the 8th. Please, we need your support. I just had to throw that in for free, as Pastor would say. But we need to look to you all. And most of y'all can't get along. So we're going to need y'all to tighten it up a little bit so we can look to y'all for guidance so we can all move together as one. Because I know some of y'all are separated with, you want this one to win because the one who's in there is giving you grants and stuff for your school, for your church and for your grocery store, and for your church and stuff. And then you have a group over here that's supporting Dr. Weaver. So we need all the pastors to come along and be an example for us. And then the second thing that I had mentioned to your mom about unifying is that people need to see more of what she's doing downtown on a day-to-day basis. I said, you see people like Kildy, the man with Facebook, just people from all different sectors of life. They got people following them around, taking pictures, so they can actually see your mama not just riding around with the police chief holding an umbrella. She working, she getting that money. She's going from DC. She's bringing back the dollars and stuff for us. That's what people need to see more of. Like I told Jamaica, I couldn't really even say anything about her because I didn't know what she did downtown. We need to see what's going on more instead of just hearing about it at the council meeting. We need to see more behind the scenes and let the people understand. So how would you
suggest that like you go about doing something like that for people to see it?
Like behind the scenes?
Because that was one thing. When she was in office, it was like us versus the media. So it'd be like, well, I could put stuff out on Facebook, our team could put stuff out on Facebook or, trying to educate people on different things. But it's like, once the media comes out with something or it kind of overplayed anything that we said we did. Right. I could say that she started this or she was doing this, and bringing money in here, but people are going to hit me with, oh, she was also doing this and I heard she was stealing. Then you're like, well, she won the case, the federal case that she had against her with that. And she's still doing, so it's like, how do you suggest that we go about getting those positive things out there when the news doesn't highlight that? The news never came to her and show like, oh, we're doing this for kids. You know what I'm saying? When what she did with kids. A lot of people didn't even realize she went on Facebook. And it was with the mayors, I can't think of, but with all the mayors, right? It was a thing, and she won. I don't know what place she won, but she won a place where she got money sent back for actually getting people involved for exercising. Right. So it's little things, something as simple as getting the community to exercise. She got money back for that, but those things aren't highlighted. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
that's where I come in.
Say hello.
She needs but seriously, she needs. But seriously, a publicist. She needs to have one hell of a communications, not just director. She needs to have a team of people.
But this thing about getting what she's saying, but when you ain't got the major outlets like Fox 66,
right? You have 810 news media.
But this is how we getting it out, though.
That's how you take over your public, your station, your public access station. You take that back over. You run City Hall for 4, 5, 6 hours on that station. She still gets out and delivers her media message, and then put it on Channel 17 too.
Yeah, that's just my question, because it's like, we have people sharing and taking pictures and doing different things like that, trying to put out. I made her a Instagram page where she would put out certain things. Now, granted, it was very first Instagram. It just started when she became mayor. So she didn't. She wasn't like that tech savvy at first. So, but it's now something that she's gotten into. Why? Because that's it involves the younger generation.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So that's her way.
She's trying
to figure out how to target these groups to where it's like, I want you to feel like you have contact with me, and not just feel like you have contact with me, but to know that you do have contact with me. And if you need something, I will listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Now, and that's her a major thing where it's like, I want her next time when she's in to be able, those things that these news stations don't.
And then I see what Jamaica said. She said a publicist isn't going to help it if the media don't highlight it. And that's true. That's the same thing Mickey was saying. That's when we need to get out there and take back over our city. If we quit watching the station and say, take our power back. Let's say we're not watching this channel.
Right.
No,
if you don't cover our stories, we're not watching.
But is that but do that show you what type of a leader she is? When you got the national, you got the local media gotta highlight a liar.
Yeah.
They gotta help him so much that he lies so much that they don't even want to show.
It's the exact opposite with the two though. Yeah. The national news showed him like you said as a liar. The national news, nationally she was loved.
Right.
It was locally where she got the most hate. So it was like nationally you see her on all these different, they're reaching out to her.
Right.
They're like, oh no, like the city has a gym, and
she's not calling everybody.
Yeah, I mean these things don't happen. But then you have on the same side, I got people telling me, oh, she's just looking for this and that. I'm like, last time I checked, I ain't never seen my mama call these people, to hit them up to say, hey, can you come highlight this? No, they reach out to her because they see the work that she's done, or they've heard about it on a national level,
right?
Where they say, I want to reach out to her. Because, you got Cher, you got Snoop Dogg, you got all these people who have, Jada Pinkett. These people who are like, I want to come to where you are.
To help the city, our own people gave her so much flack.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Where
she probably don't even want to deal with that again.
And that's why she is she and I am me, because I could not. And she says, I'm going to do it again. And I was like, okay, girl, you got it. But the thing is, she just with all that different stuff, it's hard. Because like you said, like I said, you have these people who are hearing good things nationally that make her reach out to them. I'm going to come here and help you. And like you said, it's like crabs in a bucket here. We in the city made her look so bad that it was like, well, dang, these people see me as like, I'm good. Everything is good. I'm helping, and they see how hard I'm working for everything. But you guys are acting like you don't see a thing.
And I gotta agree with Becky Brown.
What Becky Brown said?
Because my mother told me this before. God rest her soul. She said, let's just tell the truth. Black women just hate on other black women's success. And my mother told me this last year.
Yeah.
She was like, because I was asking, I said, well, I can't understand how you got black women that was saying she stole. I read the same article y'all had read. Said she was found not guilty.
Yeah.
Right.
I understand the other folks, what they feel that way. That's just how they is. Legally, they Clarence Thomas. I'm just being honest.
But I was Clarence Thomas too back in 2019. Yeah, we all read the same thing. Yeah. Right? You did.
Yeah, when we was on the old show I had created.
Right.
But what I'm saying is though, when you look at it, it's just that all the help they giving him the cheat code. You got to take a test.
Yeah, but what's crazy is what you were saying when you said the women who toward her are the ones that are pushing him. No matter what he does, they see no wrong. That is crazy.
And these church folks.
Yeah, they see no wrong in what he does, and they're still defending. I'm like, but this happened, and this happened, and you don't see this is happening, and you don't see how this is going against your people.
He didn't lie about the degree. Somebody else wrote the lie. He just went along with it for 28 years.
He didn't go over what he had you publish about himself.
I heard a church woman say this. I'll deal with a liar before I deal with a thief. A thief and a liar are the same thing. Clown. That's how you know some of these people don't say
clown. That's true. That's true.
What you mean? We both read the same article. She was vindicated.
Right.
She stole. They just got it in their mind, but they'll go to church and say, I believe in Jesus. Yeah. It ain't one of the 10 commandments, thou shalt not lie.
Yeah.
But yet they defended the liar.
Right, because they don't want to see it.
And that's what I'm saying. I see all
it don't matter what you say.
I see every show because it really hurts my mind. Come Saturday, beautiful show come on with Reverend Thrill Kill.
Yep, they tear that down.
You would think that's what I'm saying. They play games on that. They don't come on the 4-5 minute interruption.
Yep, Deacon Dumas tear that down.
Then you come on, they give him 30 minutes, don't do nothing but lie. But all these church people, I'll be thinking he gonna catch on fire when he had that little cross on.
He had to get it pointed on his head, right?
Because I feel like Layla Hardy McGee, he got a tongue just to lie.
Hey, like my pastor said, he said, if you gotta wear a cross all the time to let somebody know that you're a Christian, there's something wrong with that right there.
But this how you stop this. Do you really believe them people believe in God?
They believe in something.
They don't believe in God because if they really knew when they got to go to the pearly gates and say, did you defend the liar? You think they're going to get up? What they say in front of Jesus, nearly a liar then?
They probably say, I don't
Is they going to lie for me?
That part, I don't know. They be backtracking then.
Well, when they ask him, is the water good?
Have you ever seen him drinking the water?
He be having bottled water. That's how I know how people be falling for. He be drinking out of bottled water.
He be telling y'all to drink the water because the water is good.
But did you see who was it? Who did they sit down? Because when you see Gretchen Whitmer, how she worked, I know she got to be like, I'm about to cut him loose.
But you see, she done kind of backed up a little bit.
She had to. She made her look like a fool. I'm supporting somebody who don't even have a degree. Not that a degree, but you said you had a degree, and then you sit here and blame it on somebody else and say they wrote it like you didn't read. And listen, you're not gonna put nothing out about me that I didn't read. If you said, hey Adrian, I'm gonna write this on you.
Right, you gonna be like,
this is gonna be public information. Right. Let me make sure you spell everything right. There's no,
you even did that with the flyer we had for the show.
Yeah, you're not gonna keep putting out
Councilwoman Burns when she said Neely had to be put in place to make the water crisis go away, and it did. Now that's the thing I want to do.
Because he said we done went from crisis to
recovery. So basically he done sold out the people, but you got blacks that supporting him don't see that $600. Remember, wasn't the floor? It ain't the ceiling. It's the floor.
I mean, he told me that. He was like, "What you got to remember, Wyntis, this is not the ceiling.
You
this
see
is
that
just the floor. So we could get up to $1 billion. And what they do, back out."
But this is what I'm saying. You got pastors that sitting up here. And they won't. That's the reason
they don't care because
the
they getting what they need. They getting the grants they need.
Because I don't see Jesus getting none of that.
Play with words, boy.
That's what
he can make it sound.
He does.
That's what people.
He draws you in.
That's what people.
I learned how to do that in my communications class.
Did you? Because I told him that before. He draw you in.
I learned how to do that too.
That's for people who have a weak mind. We see them type of people on the street all day. They liars. It ain't like the first time. See, it ain't the first. It's just the first time that we actually seen the mayor get caught lying.
Yeah,
but
it ain't like this. The one he just.
No, he didn't deny it. He blamed someone else.
But he did not have a staffer in 2014. So he was on council. Council don't have staff.
Can you imagine?
You know she ain't right.
But can you imagine? Can you imagine on this?
Mistake was made.
But can y'all imagine on this? The powers that be that's pulling their strings when they had to say, who can we get that'll sell out to people with no problem? When they was looking around, and because they had to know about these degrees too. They just thought it wasn't gonna come out. But the ones that be when they just said, we're gonna get him.
Yeah, because he's ran twice already. So we know he really wants to be mayor. Right. So we really know he'll be an easy one for us to just get in there. And he just wanted to be mayor so bad because this was his third time running. Yeah. And I really thought the guy was going to get in there and change stuff, because he had a hell of a campaign speech. He was going to finish the pipes and everything.
He ran like I'll be a Clarence. That's what he said. He said, I'll be Clarence Thomas, sir.
And then went in there and we ain't seen nothing on the north end but that grocery store that still ain't open.
But hold up, wait a minute. He keeps sending them change. I love when he lied about I passed 3 budgets. And you can see it wasn't no amendments to it, so it had to be good. That budget was $15 million under. They had to get ARPA money just to fix that. But See how he threw counsel up under there, but when you got, man, I'm shook by Dennis Pfeiffer. I thought he was better than that.
Who?
Well, I mean, I thought he, but I understand. Once I sat down after the interview, because I was fooled when he came through and said, Malcolm said you got to watch the liberal. Them the worst one. Then he was calling out when he would be checking Ali. I was like, okay, he kind of good. Then I seen how he switched up.
But I knew he was gonna switch on Mays. I just knew it. It was just gonna be a matter of time. What happened?
I'm looking at time. She said the 501c3. Yeah, the 501c3 is the real hustle in Flint. Get a nonprofit and promise them.
All day long.
Oh yeah, I told you these ain't nothing but
Tanya Burns and I. We were on the campaign together. She already know. So the promises that's going out now is at an all-time high. Tanya know. She was right there. Now Tanya, let the people know. Tanya, let the people know you was right there.
Oh, so you saying these ain't nothing but some 501c3 hustlers?
These some promises.
So they some trapper 501c3s. That's the new hustle.
Listen,
you see it?
Oh, I know that, yeah, because I'll be laughing.
Say you see it.
Listen, I was laughing at people that was checking me about it. But now I understand. I see why certain activists probably ain't gonna go down there and get on evil words.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't let Judy Priestley get away with saying covered.
Because they gonna need them votes.
Yeah, I understand it. That's why she can get away. So then because I looked at it like I wasn't gonna see no. I'm gonna just be honest. Maybe I get in trouble. I couldn't see no Ford, the Fabulous Four, sitting up there seeing one of their own and was gonna drag her. They weren't gonna let Eric, they didn't have to say they weren't gonna let Eric prove that she was a liar. But I feel like she should be losing her job.
No.
But if they don't, Quincy should be recalled for lack of Quincy, like in pre-K, trying to deal with politics. Liddell Lewis, the doctor, she might got an online degree in politics. I'm just being honest with you. Judy Priestley, they put her there. But I know if I was Eric when he thought about it, I know Eric probably turning over like, I couldn't sleep at night.
Eric probably like, what the hell? I should have just kept what I had.
Just kept, but I remember you said, be careful.
Be careful what you ask for. Because you just might get it. We didn't know. I told him, you happy.
Mm-hmm.
That cake gone, but you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You happy. You say you happy that Maurice gone, but you don't know what you're getting.
They got a straight a park ranger. That's what we got. We got a park ranger. I'm throw party. Kids still drinking, bathing in poison water.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like when they say what I use history when they say Nero played the violin while Rome burned. Mm-hmm. Flint is burning.
Yeah. And
but you got people because they got them 501c3s, they can ride around in vehicles.
But it's just a few of them. When you think about all the people that's renting in Flint, like you said, we talked about it earlier. Mm-hmm. All the people that's renting, and you talk about this $300 credit.
Right.
It's only taking care of this little percentage over here. And that little percentage over here, they bill already paid up anyway.
But
or they already own all of them houses. They getting one hell of a credit. Or they business. See, it went to businesses too. And that ain't right because these people over here, they never gonna see anything. Or what if you stay with me?
Yeah.
You gonna get a credit too for staying with me? No. It's gonna go to we may have a house together, but we getting one credit. And that ain't right. $97 million came into this city, and he threw $300 at these people, and they were the greatest.
Did you see how they was like, dude thought it was the best?
And who said that? Who said that? Who said something is better than nothing? Who said that?
A clown.
No, seriously, who said that?
Know.
Yeah, somebody said that on council. Something is better than nothing. What time is it, Mickey? How many minutes we got left?
You got 7:09. Go on, roll it 5-10 more minutes.
He said, go, listen. We got
Becky Brown Liddell.
Yeah. Oh, Liddell said that?
But remember,
something is better than nothing.
Quincy checked her and she like, let's do something historical. Quincy was like, yeah, we need garbage trucks. That's historical. You wasn't here when emergency manager. That's what I'm saying. You got Johnny come lately.
No. Because Mayor Neely got down there and sat at that table when they had him under investigation that same day, Tanya asked him, "How are you related to Devon Murdoch?" And he said
He lied.
He said he was married to my sister, and he didn't know that Devon Murdoch was in the back of the chambers. And he said, "You's a lie. You's a lie. How you gonna lie like that?" He was at the wedding. Okay, so you knew that they was married, but you sat right down there. Promise to tell the truth, the whole truth,
and
nothing but the truth, and lied. They let him get away with that.
Was it the Bible out there? Y'all want me to believe these people believe in God? This Negroes and them pastors is backing him that's going along with that lie. I'm gonna tell you something. But
they getting something out of it. Then they want to get mad at people for saying they are.
I wish I could be there when they walk through pearly gates, when God come asking them, because they should be walking right to hell. Mm-hmm. They should either go past the pearly gates, go that way, go right. Mm-hmm. That's what they need to tell them. Cause I'm just saying, but y'all be want me to believe these people, they be the first ones. This ain't no shot at your pastor, but I just hear every pastor say, what we gonna do? First of all, let's start with telling the truth. You've been played on the water. The water not fixed. If you ain't gonna start with just the facts that we've been played by the governor, took the water pods away. I guess he feels she lied, he can lie.
Mm-hmm. He does.
That's what it's saying. Like it is like, and then what I get every time they come to the black community, them pastors let them walk right in. But it's gonna come a day when them pastors gonna have to explain this. You believing in God, but you still lying.
Well, pastors are men too. I mean, I know they should be held to a higher standard because they got to flock.
Get out the business. That's my thing. Don't jump in this if you ain't going to be all the way in it. That's just like with activists. If you're not going to be all the way in it, you're going to be picking and choosing what type of fights you go. Don't mess with none of them.
Right.
Don't just go because if it's the police did something.
But you got a lot of people that just do it for the photo ops.
Oh, yeah. Flint is full of the photo op people.
Yeah.
I seen that for myself. There's a lot of photo opping going on in 501c3s.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of them pimp to the, I ain't gonna say it, but to
I mean, did you see on Facebook, the one guy that's on Neely's team, he having something at the Dome. And now that the Dome is a city building.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought.
And he said proceeds
$5 or 5% or something going
15% of
going to Neely campaign.
You can't do that, can you?
Somebody need to call that. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying this is the stuff that he getting away with. You having a fund, so to speak. It's not a fundraiser, but you having something at you having something at the Dome.
Yeah,
allegedly. But on there it said part of the proceeds will benefit Neely. You can't do that. Everybody should be able to have a campaign, something down there then. Yeah. I mean, this is just the little things. I just don't understand why people in Flint just don't get it.
Yeah.
They get it.
But this was right here.
Yes, Becky.
What Becky say now?
She said, was that post by Mr. Moore? I'm saying yes.
Oh, yep, it sure was. Yes, it was. So you know what? They done pulled his what?
Saying I'm just frustrated when I see these church people, man. Just they go to the church and we constantly get used. They come get the vote, they leave. Come get the vote, they leave. Come get the vote, they leave. You know what I'm saying?
Not all pastors. You're not gonna talk about my pastors like that. First of all, I told you you're not gonna get on.
I don't care about
You're not gonna get on here and talk about my pastors.
You ain't gotta worry about them. I'm talking about them today. I'm talking about them. I'm saying the ones that's not really following the book.
Okay.
Now, if your pastor's not going, your pastor's not going along with the line, I'm not talking about them.
I just want
to. But the thing is, if you do have friends. If you do have friends or pastors, activists, I'm talking about them.
Those
if they support the lie, I'm talking about them.
None of my pastors that I know.
I'm just saying, your friends are supporting that. If they only running because they see the police is a kill over here and you can't go about the hurl, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't fighting all these other wars we got, if you ain't fighting for them babies in the fire,
right?
Don't come over here. If you ain't fighting, I'm just saying, that's why you got these leaders, they can't pull 50 people.
That's true.
To be honest, they can't pull 50
That's
people.
True. They have stuff they want you to band behind, and they got 10 people out there holding the sign.
And then they be causing most hell. I'm gonna tell you, a lot of these activists be causing the most hell in the streets
because they want to have the most.
Mm-hmm.
They want to have the most notoriety. That's what it's about. Listen, y'all. Adrian, you got some last words before we get out of here, because we got to tell them that. Look, A10 News Media Group. They done went to a whole nother level. Mickey then took A10 News Media Group way. Well, look, he was down here, and they done went all the way up here. We got a whole rundown.
Mm-hmm.
I think starting on Sundays. Sundays they say is the start of the week. On Sundays we got Tanya Burns on Sundays.
Okay.
And then Mondays we got your mama girl. we got Dr. Mayor Doctor. I like to call it what Ariel says. We got the mayor. We got the mayor. She's gonna talk. So on Mondays at noon we got lunch with Mayor Weaver. That's beautiful. 30 minutes, get your little salad and stuff, and have lunch with Mayor. And Jamaica's on most of the time to help her co-host. Okay. And then Tuesdays look, we got an amazing Tuesday with Satara and Eric Mays. Lord help us, but Tuesdays we be on point. Mm-hmm. Wednesday, you got us right here. Wednesdays, we coming to you next Wednesday. Wyntis and Weaver. Now see, but it's gonna be uncensored. It's gonna be different because me and Adrian, we're gonna be doing some uncensored stuff. So if you got little, sensitive ears, don't look at us on Wednesday. Yeah. Wait till Thursday where you got the Wyntis Hall show. That's next week. I got Wait a minute. I'm on Thursdays. Let me get there. I'm giving people the rundown. Thursdays, okay, back 6:00, the Wyntis Hall show. Next week, I'm gonna have Judge Mary Hood on next week. So make sure Judge Mary Hood. I'll be back in my little cute dresses next week, and then Fridays on A10 News Media Group, we got Truth Talk. The week's ends. We're gonna talk about everything that happened during the week at 12:00 noon with Trevor and myself. So it's like the weekend wrap up, week's end wrap up for me and Trevor. That's from 12 to 12:30 on Friday. Saturdays, as always, 8:00. We got Let's Talk About It with Reverend Thrillkill. And then at 9:30, we have The Truth Shall Make You Free with Deacon AC Dumas. So I hope you caught that whole rundown with A10 News Media Group. What did you say, Mickey?
Forgot your time show Friday.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I missed the whole dang on day. Friday, the queen of A10 News Media Group, Satara. 6:00. Don't forget about Satara. 6:00 now. So that's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. 7 days a week. Check out A10 News Media Group as always.
Oh, we forgot. We got to give Becky Brown. She said give a shout out to Flint Hood News Network.
Becky Brown, we're going to give a shout out to Flint Hood News Network. I'm going to give a shout out to that, to Cheese Sticks. What's this stuff? What's this stuff?
Hood Morning.
Hood Morning.
Oh. We need a special guest with Cheese Sticks one day. So we can have, I'm going to reach out to Cheese Sticks. We might try to get Cheese Sticks in here.
I'm the old person on Adrian's show. She gonna have me in the middle of I'm gonna be learning the new kid language and all of that stuff. I'm gonna be cute. I'm gonna be like Mercedes on P Valley. She was the oldest one.
So you still got it.
Mickey gonna be Uncle Clifford.
Man.
No. Y'all, we thank y'all for tuning in with us, and we will see y'all tomorrow at noon with Truth Talk with me and Trevor. Thank you. Good night.